So, here we are, just before 9 o'clock. We're very pleased, poised with his guitar. We're very pleased that Keith Donnelly is joining us tonight, and he's going to give us, 40 or 45 minutes of entertainment in the Keith Donnelly style, which, in terms of it being zoomed, Keith has asked that we all be unmuted while he does his introductions. And he would love to feel the warmth of your response, I'm quite sure of that. So, we've set it all up before maybe some of you joined us. So please, Keith, entertain us.
This is a song I'm going to dedicate to two good friends of mine, comedy folk duo called Dandy. If you ever get a chance to see them, they're well worth seeing. And I was supposed to go, they came to see me around Christmas time, and I was supposed to go and see them perform, but then I had a gig came in at the last minute, which meant I couldn't go to see them, because doing your own gigs is more important than going to see friends do gigs. By the way, can I just say, this is easily the most surreal gig I've ever done in my life already. This is really quite weird. But anyway, I did my gig, and the next day I felt quite guilty, so I phoned my mate Alan up, and I said, Alan, I'm sorry I couldn't get you a gig last night at Warwick Folk Club. I had a gig come in. How did yours go? And there was like this pause, and he said, there was two people in the audience. And I felt quite guilty, but also a little bit pleased, if I'm honest. And I said, oh, well, how did it go apart from that? And there was another pause, and then he said, well, it was all right until the fight broke out. So here's I've put my specs on. I've got bifocal specs, and I've never worn them before. So I actually saw someone laugh there. So that's a good move. Thank you, Christine, for laughing. It means someone's out there hearing. Who were the last two on? Was it Nick playing the banjo? Nick, pick your banjo up again. Pick the banjo up. Now, Ian or David or whoever is doing it, you might need to quickly mute between me and Nick. Are you ready, Nick?
Just a minute.
It would help if I could actually play dueling banjos.
I can't play either, Nick. I thought I couldn't resist it, so just the last bit. Hey, for Nick. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm a duo. Okay, so normally I just sing my own songs. In fact, normally I always do my own songs and my own tunes and my own jokes. So, including this one. See what you make of this one. Have you seen the old man who walks the streets of Birmingham? It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand, but he doesn't understand. Hey, Mr. Dream Seller, where have you been? Hey, Mr. Tambourine. Man, I've got the plagiarism blues. So bye, Miss American Pie. But don't step on my blue suede shoes. But I may as well try and catch the plagiarism blues. Those plagiarism blues. So the chorus goes, I've got the plagiarism blues. So bye, Miss American Pie. But don't step on my blue suede shoes. But I may as well try and catch the plagiarism blues. Those plagiarism blues. Don't jump off the roof, Dad. Gotta go to England, baby, maybe to Spain. If you could read my mind, love, in the early morning rain. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow I've got the plagiarism blues. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie, but don't step on my blue suede shoes. But I may as well try and catch the plagiarism blues. Those plagiarism blues. Step gaily on we go, heel for heel and toe for toe, arm in arm and row and row. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne takes you down to a place near the river, homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. The first cut is the deepest. Baby, you know, the first cut is the plagiarism blues. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie, but don't step on my blue suede shoes. But I may as well try and catch the plagiarism blues. Those plagiarism blues. Tinky Winky, Dipsy, la la. Oh, plagiarism blues. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for the plagiarism blues. Those plagiarism, may you never get the plagiarism blues. Everybody. So are you hearing that? Is it coming through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guitar's a bit rubbish to me.
Yeah,
It's a bit rubbish.
yeah. I don't know.
That's a technical term, Keith.
I don't know whether there is a. I don't know whether you'd be able to do what's called turning on original sound, because that sometimes helps out if you've got an instrument as well as voice.
Okay.
But I don't know whether your technical assistant can do that for you.
Crew. Ursula! Sweetheart! I'm not going to make you sing. Is there something that says turn on original sound? This is actually everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Ursula.
Hello, sound crew.
Top left of the screen.
Left of the screen.
Top left of the screen. What am I doing?
There's a top left of the screen. There's a thing that says "Turn on original sound."
You probably won't see it till the cursor's up there.
Yeah, I've got the cursor up there.
You click on it, then it'll change to "Turn off original sound."
Hold on a sec.
Oh, I haven't done that now.
No,
I'm learning.
that's just a lot of information.
Is it the whole screen or just the in the screen? Try at the top bit, Dawn. Try at the Zoom hosting, right top of the screen.
Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Take it from the beginning, Ian, I think.
No, there's nothing on the top left.
Yeah, that's because it's not enabled.
Sorry, everybody.
That's all right.
How do you enable it?
That's it. Need to go into audio.
Audio settings advanced.
Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Bottom left, you see a little up arrow next to the mic. If you click on that, you get a menu. And at the bottom of that is audio settings. If you click that.
And
then bottom right, advanced.
Yeah.
This is
Hold
fantastic.
on. Keep it quiet.
Okay.
Advanced, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
And is that done?
Now you'll have a menu of 3 things,
Yeah.
or possibly 4. It needs to be enable the ability to, I can't remember the wording, to switch off.
The top of that, there should be a box you can tick which says show in meeting option to enable original sound. Tick that.
Tick that. And also disable noise suppression on the 2 below.
Ooh, where's that? Oh, yeah. Suppress intermittent noise.
Yeah, disable both of those because they're treating the guitar as unwanted noise.
Keith's abuse.
Background noise. Right, does that mean you won't hear Keith now? Is that good?
Hey!
Is that done?
Okay, so you've
Nearly there.
you've ticked the enable original sound. You've disabled the 2 background noises.
Yeah.
Come out of that box then, and now at your top left of the screen, you should now have the option to hover over that, and it should say turn on original sound.
There'll be a little grey bar that says turn on original sound. When you click it, it'll turn blue.
Hold on. So I can come out of this box about pressing background
Just
noise.
hit the, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And now what am I doing?
Top left.
Yeah.
Top left of your screen, there'll be a little...
Next to where it says recording.
Yeah.
There'll be a little grey box that says turn on original sound.
Sorry, everybody.
That's all right.
All right, no problem.
So do I want...
We've all been through it.
What remote surgery?
So now it's offering me, select a microphone to always use original sound or microphone array.
Ooh.
I've seen that one.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
What was the first one of those?
No.
No, you don't want to select mic. Just go off. It's not part of that menu. It's a little bar right at the top left of your screen.
Yeah.
Does it say turn off original sound?
Turn on original sound.
Yeah,
click
on the big bar then. Click on that bar.
That bar, and it'll turn blue.
Yeah,
And
now it's blue.
Yay!
That's the most applause anybody's going to get all night now. Thank you.
Sorry, everybody.
Well done, bye.
Thank you.
That's great. Thanks very much.
You can pass it
Now
on.
we need to play something, see if it's any better.
My friend and I were doing a house renovation all day, so we listened in the kitchen. I really enjoyed it. We're slowly getting soothed and watching up and listening to you all.
Okay.
I'm not going to sing.
She's going to sing a song with me now. She's just going to sing this one song. And she's going to... A round of applause, please, for Ursula.
Out with the last star of men, how like the river, you with your hair like a river swing, my sister and Laura to me. Out to the north of the island, out where the love you with your eyes like water, sister and Laura.
Has it really been so long ago, so long? I'd give anything to know
It's better anyway.
you and the time and the tide go. Can you mute everybody else? Because we can hear everybody else talking. Did you go
Out with the last star of morning? I like the river when you with your hair like a raven's wing, my sister and Laura and me. Out to the north of the island, out where the logs meet the sea. You with your eyes of black water, my sister and Laura and me. That's your line, everyone. My sister and Laura and me.
and did we really feel so strong? My heart still burns at the mention of you. And I think of you sometimes, and I still sing your songs, but they never sound the same as when we went out
with the last star of morning. Out like the river when you with your hair like a raven's wing, my sister and Laura and me. Out to the north of the islands, out where the logs meet the sea. You with your eyes of black water, my sister and Laura and me. My sister and Laura and me. Won't you come back, come back? Time is wasting, wasting away. Won't you come back, come back? Come on with me today. Ooh, ooh, out with the last star of morning, out like the river went we. You with your hair like a raven's wing, my sister and Laura and me.
We'll go
out to the north of the islands, out where the logs meet the sea. With your eyes black water, my sister and Laura and me. My sister and Laura and me. Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Did the guitar sound a bit better?
Still quite hard to pick up, I must admit, but we could hear the voices, which was really lovely.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll do strummy stuff on the guitar. Let me do something loud on the guitar. Here's one.
Can you get any nearer to the microphone?
Oh.
I can hear it perfectly now.
Okay. Well, I'll sit on the floor then. But don't do this for just anybody. Blaming bunch of hippies. Okay. On the floor. And it's occurred to me because I can see you kind of reacting. So let's see if I can remember this one. This one, as you're all muted, you don't have to join in singing, but there's it goes like this. What it goes: side to side, up and down, back and forwards. We even go round and round. And I don't expect everyone to go round, but just make your hand go round. Okay, so try it. Side to side, up and down, back and forwards. We even go round and round. And if you want to shout whoop-de-doo on the round and round, what's fantastic is there must be a different lag because everybody's doing it at a different time. It's brilliant. Hello, we're the audience listening to your song. And if we don't like it, we won't be here long. We are the ones who made you, who make you what you are. Where would you be without us? We'll see you at the bar. And we'll go side to side, we'll go up and down, we go back and forward, we even go round and round. And round and round, and round and round, and round and round and round. Come on in! And round and round, and round and round, and round and round and round. Well done, John went round. John went all the way round there. You're not what we expected. I guess we expected more. And you're funnier than last time, but not the time before. And it's great you're doing new stuff, but the old ones are the best. You're not as good as some we've had, but you're better than the rest. As you go side to side, as you go up and down, as you go back and forward, you even go round and round. Some of us won't join in, Ian. We'll just sit quite still. We are the nonconformists, so we never will. We're not even singing. We'll just sit quiet instead, not participating, but inside our heads. We go side to side, we go up and down, we go back and forward, we even go round and round. But is this song illusion? Metaphor in verse, your imagery's confusion, your symbolism's worse, but at least you're not a poet, 'cause most of your words rhyme. At least that's not a banjo. Sorry, Nick. At least you're not a mime. And round and round, and round and round, and round and round and round, and round and round, and round and round, and round and round, and side to side, up and down, back and forward, we even go round and round. joining in, mine, because you're just a black screen with a name on it. Joining in. I see eat your dinner, Linda. Otherwise, I'm not doing nothing else.
I'm washing up, so but I was dancing to that one, honestly.
That's good. Linda, are you doing it in the nude?
No.
Okay. The camera off then. Here's a song that this is quite a loud one as well. The guitar's more like a drum on this one. You met my wonderful Ursula earlier on, so here's a song I wrote for her. I met my love in Whitby town. Seasons flow just like the tide, in boots of green and a coconut brown, and the tide and the seasons flow, and the tide and the seasons flow. So the last line is repeated, it's just and the tide and the seasons flow. But if you can't even get that, just go side to side, up and down. That's going to be the hit of the evening. There were white gulls wheeling across the sky. Seasons flow just like the tide, and our spindrift lives were wheeling by, and the tide and the seasons flow. Oh yeah, and the tide and the seasons flow. When a hand brushed mine on a tabletop, seasons flow just like the tide. I thought my very heart would stop, and the tide and the seasons flow, and the tide and the seasons flow. We spied a selkie in the sea. Seasons flow just like the tide, and our eyes got caught most magically, and the tide and the seasons flow, and the tide and the seasons flow. I don't ask forever, will you stay? Seasons flow just like the tide. I just ask a year and a day, and the tide and the seasons flow, and the tide and the seasons flow. I met my love in Whitby town. I met my love in Whitby town. Seasons flow just like the tide, in boots of green and a coconut brown, and the tide and the seasons flow, and the tide and the seasons flow, and the tide and the seasons flow. You're too kind. Not too kind. So let me do you. I'll do you this one. This song is misunderstood when I go to Australia. And this features finger pick guitar, so I'll try and play guitar closer to the screen. I'm going to think of some of the join-in ones that have actions, because that's definitely the way to go. This is my fans in my house are just going to the bar now. Flipping heck. I thought, at least I'm not going to get heckled. I hadn't expected to get heckled by my own entourage. This is a song called Jesus at the Airport. I should tell you an airport story. Every comedian in the world has got at least one airport story. Oh, I know, I'll tell you. My sister lives in Florida, and I flew out to Florida a few years ago, and I had that thing that you've probably all experienced it. Hang on a sec. Guys, try not to talk too loud, please. Yeah, I got that. I landed, and everybody was getting their luggage from the carousel, and I was stood there 10 minutes after everybody else had gotten theirs. I was stood there watching that one little Samsonite handle going round and round and round. No sign of my bags, no sign of my guitar, and I was in a bit of a panic. So I went up to the Delta desk, and I said, "Excuse me, I've just gotten in from Gatwick Airport. There doesn't seem to be any sign of my bags." And the lass behind the counter looked up at me, and she said, "Well, has your plane landed yet?" And it was like, oh, okay. This sort of stuff only happens to me. Yeah, here's Jesus at the airport. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. He was dressed a little different, the way messiahs do. And there seemed to be a gap forming behind him in the queue. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they didn't let him pass. He wasn't on his donkey, but the guy behind the glass mumbled, "God, you look suspicious. You don't need ears to be an ass." I saw Jesus at the airport, but they didn't let him pass. Just like me, just like you. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. Just like me, just like you. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. I saw Jesus at the airport, I was trying not to care, thinking we've all got our flights to catch, our own crosses to bear. Cause when I put myself in his sandals, I know that isn't fair. I saw Jesus at the airport, I was trying not to care. And I saw Jesus at the airport, looking like a superstar. Well, he kept on turning his cheeks, oh, you know how saviors are. And I'm out to him, "Are you alright?" He said, "I've had worse by far." I saw Jesus at the airport, looking like a superstar. Just like me, just like you. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. Just like me, just like you. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. I saw Jesus at the airport, they escorted him away. Oh, the metal detectors hadn't beeped, and his paper seemed okay. And then the guy whose ears looked bigger told me, "You have a nice day." I saw Jesus at the airport, they escorted him away. And I saw Jesus at the airport, and he probably missed his plane. He was walking on the water, on the runway in the rain. I bet his dad said, "Christ, I told you, son, don't go back there again." I saw Jesus at the airport, and he probably missed his plane. Just like me, just like you. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. Just like me, just like me, just like you, just like you. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. Jesus at the airport, I saw Jesus at the airport. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. Jesus at the airport, I saw Jesus at the airport. I saw Jesus at the airport, but they wouldn't let him through. I saw Jesus at the airport, they wouldn't let him through.
Good.
I think I need to get rid of that background.
Yeah.
Amazing, Luke.
I don't know about there, but the guitar sounds great here. Do you want to finish off this first?
Yeah, Keith, the guitar's coming over a lot better now, thanks. That was
Oh,
great.
thank goodness for that. Oh, I'll start again. Let's start the whole evening again. Are you ready, Nick?
Guitar sounds better when you don't sing.
John, at least you didn't say your voice sounds better when you don't sing. That would be the best heckle. Right, well, I'm gonna sing and play guitar on this one. But I haven't told you many stories. Let me tell you a little Jack and Henry story. My two sons. I've been up to Penrith. In fact, I drove down from Penrith today, and I thought I could actually really surprise them by turning up at Northwich Folk Club, actually at the theatre, and saying, "What's going on?" But I didn't. Jack and Henry, when they were about, Jack would have been about 13, Henry would have been about 10, and I took them to, oh no, I didn't take them. They took me to Alton Towers, truth be told. I didn't really want to go to Alton Towers because when I was a kid, I used to love going to fairgrounds and white knuckle rides and stuff. But with the onset of middle age and beyond, I've lost the ability to enjoy just being made to feel sick and have me neck cricked and me back thrown out. And so they had a whale of a time, my kids. Me, not so much. But my kids, they kept saying things like, "Dad, come on this ride. You haven't been sick for nearly half an hour. And Dad, you know, when we went upside down, your head went purple on that last ride," and stuff like that. So I was hating it. But the day was salvaged for me by the fact that there'd been this competition on Happy Meals or cornflakes packets or something. And it was one of those complete in 13 words or less, "I love Alton Towers because ... And the day that we went was the day that they were giving the prizes out for all the best entries. And there was loads and loads of prizes, free admission and free holidays and stuff. But the grand prize for the tens and unders was a cheque for £10,000. And it was like, that's for a 10-year-old kid, that's a big deal. So the winning entry, I sat and memorized it. It was such a good winning entry. The winning entry, tens and unders. "I love Alton Towers because it's the greatest place in England, the world, the universe, infinity and beyond." Exactly 13 words. Very, very funny. I bet his mum and dad didn't help him at all with that little slogan. So the day we went, they stopped all the rides for half an hour. Excuse me. And everybody gathered on the green at Alton Towers so they could give the prizes out. So there was tens of thousands of people there, stood there watching as they gave out these prizes. And the last prize was this £10,000 cheque. And the managing director it was like a big Land of the Giants cheque, like a charity cheque thing. And he came on stage with this, and local telly were there, local newspapers, all these flashing cameras and stuff. And he brought this little 10-year-old lad on stage, and the lad came up to the microphone, and the managing director handed him the cheque, and he made the mistake of saying to this kid, "Do you know what you're going to do with the money?" And the little lad went, "I'm going to Disney World! I'm going to Disney World!" And it was was quite a wonderful moment of that very strange day. So here's this is the title track of my last live CD. At least that's what the record company said. That's your last live CD, and it's a song that will resonate with each and every one of you. A song called "Another World," and it occurred to me the other day. I did this on another online thing, but the other online thing I paid someone to have microphones and stuff. I'm sorry I couldn't do that tonight because well. They cost far more than I'm getting paid tonight, Pete. I'm afraid so. But I'm doing one on Thursday again. Next Thursday coming, I'm doing a thing on Facebook Live where I'll plug the guitar in and you'll be able to hear it. And I'll try not to sing, John. So here you go. Song called "Another World," and it's perfect for this kind of weird, strange times we're in. It will resonate. We used to walk to school in the rain and snow. You know, I can't remember that place ever being closed. No one ever sent me home with a runny nose. It was another world. When sports day came, in our little sand shoes, some would win, most would lose. Didn't hurt little egos to get a little bit bruised. It was another world, my other world. It was another time, it was another place. It was the same old smile, but on a different face. Who was that little boy? Who was that little girl? It wasn't just another time, it was another world. Another world. Another world. We'd write letters by hand, or we'd sometimes call on our one telephone tied to the wall. Hey, some of us didn't have telephones at all. It was another world. And we had butter and cheese, jam and bread for tea. We weren't lactose intolerant. We weren't gluten free. My mum's rice pudding with gold top milk was ambrosia to me. It was another world, my other world. It was another time, it was another place. It was the same old smile, but on a different face. Who was that little boy? Who was that little girl? It wasn't just another time, it was another world. 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 I would play all day beneath a friendly sun, They don't brown as berries long after night had come. You know, I can't remember being afraid of anyone. It was another world. But don't get me wrong, hey, I'm no one's fool. I know there've been sea changes since we all saw school. It's just I can't help thinking sometimes, oh man, it really was cool in that other world. In my other world. So this final time through the chorus, sing along even though I can't hear you. And it always impresses me when all these folk singers, they manage to sing the chorus and then they manage to tell you the words to the chorus in between the lines of the chorus that they're singing and then still sing the next line. And I've been working really hard because I thought, oh, that'll impress them at Northwich Folk Club if I can do that. So I'll help you out. It goes like this. It was another time, it was another time, it was another place, it was another place. It was the same old smile, it was the same old smile on a different face, on a different face. Who was that little boy? Who was that little boy? Who was that little girl? Who was that little girl? It wasn't just another time, it wasn't just another time, it was another world.
Can you just one more to take us up to the virtual raffle, please? Last chance to get your virtual raffle tickets, folks. And yeah, one more song for now, please, Keith.
I'll do this one. Okay, if I can just ask John. John, are you hearing
What?
the finger pick guitar now?
What? Yeah. Say that again.
Is the finger pick guitar coming through all right?
Better than it was.
Yeah, it's coming through better. Yeah, we can hear it together. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do this one. All right, I'll do this one. I'll do this one because it's a bit louder than the one I was going to do. Because this is. When I was a kid, there was. I used to walk along South Shields Beach with my dog Jason, and there was this one particular week when I was about 9, and every time I walked along the beach, there were these diggers digging up the sand, putting the sand in lorries, and the lorries were driving off. And after about 4 or 5 days, my beautiful sand dunes on the South Foreshore were now holes, and it was a concave beach as opposed to a convex beach. And I said to I couldn't bear it, and I went over to one of the lorry drivers and I said, "Where's the sand going? Why are you taking the sand away? My sand." And without a hint of irony, and I checked it out later, and it was what he said was true. The sand was going to the Sahara Desert. They were taking South Shields sand to the Sahara Desert for some sort of water filtration plant or to build roads or something. It was a different grade of sand to the sand they had, and it was even at that tender age. The phrase that kept popping into my head was talk about coals to Newcastle. So it went through my head for a long time, and it eventually came out as this song. And this song, it's kind of bemoaning a lot of stuff, but there's literally a silver lining to this song. And you'll hear it. I don't want to give it away because it sounds like I'm complaining, but then there's good stuff as well environmentally, and I guess that's kind of what the message we should be all be after today. So anyway, I told something like that story the last time I was in Australia, and I suddenly thought, oh, it was the National Folk Festival in Canberra to like thousands of people, and I suddenly thought, oh, they might not understand coals to Newcastle. And I said, do you know what I mean by coals to Newcastle? And this Australian guy went, yeah, is there a Newcastle in England as well? Because there is an area of Australia which is called Newcastle, and it is the coal mining area, the coal producing area. And just to square the circle before I sing you the song's not as long as the introduction, by the way, so don't worry about the virtual raffle. But yeah, just to square the circle, there are now ships and boats bringing coals to Newcastle upon Tyne, and some of those ships actually come from Newcastle New South Wales, northeast Australia. So this is a song that I won't tell you the title of because it spoils the little surprise at the end of the chorus. How man have I lost me mind? The ship's bringing coal to this river of mine, but the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. I know this sword has two blades. There's no new ships and there's precious few trades, but the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. And if you can't sing anything else, just sing the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. When I was a band, they took Shields' sons, stole them off to Saharan lands. I never once heard anyone try to explain. Well, I just walked that south foreshore, past Little Haven, and I saw the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. And it's how am I, have I lost my mind? The ship's bringing coal to this river of mine, but the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. I know this sword has two blades, there's no new ships, and there's precious few trades, but the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. Most of my mates went down the mine, or to the dockyards to serve their time. A few went off to the rigs in the snow and rain. But never in a million years did we think that we'd be alive to see the salmon back in the coaly tine again. Well, the salmon are back in the coaly tine. The salmon are back in the coaly tine. The salmon are back in the coaly tine again. Salmon are back in the coaly tine. The salmon are back in the coaly tine. The salmon are back in the coaly tine again. Me, I went to see the world, find adventure and get the girl. I came back the other day on a silvery plate. Now here I stand on Donnelly's quay, running my salt tears to the sea. The salmon are back in the coaly tine again. And it's how am I, have I lost my mind? The ship's bringing coal to this river of mine, but the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. I know this sword has two blades, there's no new ships and there's precious few trades, but the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. Okay, everybody sway. The salmon are back in the coaly tine. The salmon are back in the coaly tine. The salmon are back in the coaly tine again. The salmon are back in the coaly tine. The salmon are back in the coaly tine. The salmon are back in the coaly tine again. Oh, how man, have I lost me mind? The ship's bringing coal to this river of mine, but the salmon are back in the coaly tine again. Someone remind me of this one. Oh, you are muted. Is that referring to me? You are unmuted. Hooray. Yeah, Nick sang a song and put this one in my head. This is on my latest album. I've just done a triple CD with 136 songs on, 236 minutes, over 1,000 jokes. I did look at putting it on LP, and it was gonna take 9 LPs. So I forgot that idea, but this is one of the it's an album of parodies and pastiches and you name it really, and this got on there somewhere. Oh, there's new age travellers all over the town. Oh, I did once invent a shampoo for new age travellers. It's called Go and Wash. Oh, there's new age travellers all over the town, said John to his wife from his window. When he turned round again, she was off down the lane with the raggle-taggle new age travellers. Oh, so he searched high and he searched low, all over the country in his Volvo. Finally tracked her down near to Glastonbury town with the raggle-taggle new age travellers. Oh, he said, how could you leave your fine futon, your IKEA kitchen and your Nikon stereo? And it's how could you have that ring through your nose like a raggle-taggle new age traveller? Oh, she said, oh dear John, you'll never understand. I've been pierced in places that will never show, but it's you that's got the ring through your nose, not the raggle-taggle new age travellers. Oh, well, it's 30 years later, and this woman settled down in a commune not far from London. No. Oh, and John's gone off on a saga holiday, you might say. He turned into a raggle-taggle old age traveller. Oh. I didn't know the chords to that, but that's probably a story. So my favourite bit of the evening was when I got you guys to do silly joining in actions. So here's another silly joining in action song that you don't need to be able to sing, because the first word of every line is how. So we all just go how, like Native American persons. Right hand, left hand, both hands if you want. After 3, 1, 2, 3. How I need you, baby. And again. How I need you, dear. Hearts. It doesn't come that time, I fooled you. God knows. This time, how I need you, dear. Right. How I need. All right. It gets a lot more intellectually stimulating as we go. It's not so much a song, it's more an aerobic workout for a late Friday evening. Especially if you've been eating a lot, Linda. After 3, 1, 2, 3. How I need you, baby. How I need you, dear. Hearts fly, but you shouldn't fall for that twice, Nick. God knows. Here we go. How I need you, dear. Right. How I need you, baby. All right. After 3, 3. How I need you, baby. Sing along. How I need you, dear. That was spooky because John was doing that before I was. He must be physical. Hearts fly, but God knows. Here we go. How I need you, dear. Right, that only leaves, I'm very impressed by everyone joined in. That only leaves the middle 8 of the song. Now, this is the tricky bit. It goes hearts fly, but God knows. So we're going to have a little dress rehearsal. Everyone, hearts. Do that, or you can do it like they do it like that these days, the kids, but do it like that. Make the left ventricle wall slightly thicker so we can be like, correct anatomically. Hearts fly, but careful with that, don't headbutt the screen. God, because God moves in mysterious ways. Knows. Right, so we'll go from the beginning, from how I need you. When we go to that middle bit, really go for it. I'm going to take a picture of the screen because people won't believe that I do this sort of thing. So when it gets to the picture bit, if you can get as many people on the screen as you can. Or like, yeah, if you, I don't know if that's feasible even, but so from How I Need You. How I need you, baby. How I need you, dear. Hearts, hearts fly, but God knows. Right, we'll go from hearts again. And this time, when we get to the God bit, do exactly what you did, but have a glance around with your omnipresent eye as you do it, and watch everybody else's gods. I noticed some of you are Morris dancing gods. That's good, but we're going from hearts. Hearts fly. Wait for it, it's my song, but God. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep that God going. Oh, where's my camera going? God knows how I need you, baby, my dear. In a totally different key from what you did. Well done. Oh my word. Oh no, someone's had, the poor dog's been put down. Right, I'll do you this one to finish then. Thank you for what is easily the most surreal gig I've ever done in my entire life. But it's like, if you told me, you said like, when I first started going to folk clubs and stuff, if you said to me, oh yes, well, in 2020, you'll be just sitting in front of a computer that's this big that opens up on it, and you'll be, then there'll be dozens of people all in little pictures on the screen, and a dead dog, and Nick and Lynn. Can you go to Nick and Lynn? I need to know whether Nick and Lynn's still there. Go to Nick and Lynn's screen. I need to know whether that gnome, is he inside or outside? Is that gnome inside or outside the conservatory? He's outside. Bring him in! Bring him in! Poor gnome. So I'll leave you with this one. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in the flesh sometime. So it's really confusing because the me on the screen, he's a little bit slower than me. I'm watching his fingers and I'm thinking, that's... This is my version. An old drunk bloke came staggering home one dark and windy night. He sat down by the village pond, 'cause he didn't feel quite right. When all at once a mighty flock of wild sea ducks he spies, a flapping down on flaming wings across the flipping sky. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Ghost spiders in the sky. Yes, it's either the best or the worst pun you're ever going to hear in your life. And as I can see some of you miming, but if you can do it like that, actually do it like ducks when we go to the quack bit. Quack, 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 quack. Go on, quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. Ghost spiders in the sky. Get the gnome inside. Bring him inside. Right, everybody hide. Quick, he's gone. Everybody hide. Their red eyes shone like zombies as he broke out in cold sweat. They were flapping straight towards that drunk but they ain't caught him yet. The gnomes in Hareno, see they hobble in forever, cross that duck pond in the sky. He's a lot bigger than I thought he would be. I thought he was flapping with their little legs as they cry this baleful cry. He looks just like Bob Fox. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Ghost idols in the sky. Their feathers were on fire, their webbed feet were made of steel. Their bills were black and shiny, their hot duck breath he could feel. Oh, a bolt of fear went through him as their thunderous wings went thwack. They were flapping straight towards him. He said, wait a minute, there's another gnome. He's got a gnome. And he heard their baleful quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Ghost iders in the sky. Oh, just looking at Nick and Lynn's gnome. I hope he wasn't made in Germany, because he's doing a very kind of Germanic salute. As the last few ducks flew by, one little duckling quacked at him. If you want to save your soul from ever joining in our swim, then change your ways right now, old man, or there'll be hell to pay. You'll join the dread dead devil's ducks forever and a day. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Ghost iders in the sky. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Teutonic god and gnomes and ghost iders in the sky. You guys are dafter than I am.